What's up, YouTube? It's a sad moment today. Some things I have to take back. Things that I've said, mainly in retaliation to this individual. He was commonly known as Sanetta's lapdog throughout these YouTube streets. But nevertheless, that is not why we're here today. Not wholly, anyway. There's a video on Derek Jones Talks Live. Hope you guys caught it. You should have led you here. I started a little later than I planned, but you know, we're still here doing our thing, nevertheless. So, welcome. You are here. Shame TV.
Shame.
What we're going to do is tonight I'm launching the EYEDwards EYEbesity Gofundme. All funds will go to EYEbesity Research and MEyechael himself. It appears that this individual has gotten worse. He has yet to be seen on YouTube TV without his shades on and that Scully. Now, I know we pointed out the EYEbesity. I know we pointed out the wrinkles on the forehead that form what appears to be some sort of Wi-Fi symbol, which I think Kev Gills at one point tried to stream off of.
Shame.
But what we're going to do today is we're going to take a serious note here before I blank you guys out. Welcome. Yeah, EYEbesity is real. What I want you guys to do is go to Google if you can. Okay? If you can go to Google if you can. And once you are at Google, I'd like for you to type in EYEbesity. That is EYEBESITY. EYEbesity. What up, D? And when you go to Google, I want you guys, if you can, go to another screen here and type in EYEbesity from Google. And you'll see that EYEbesity is a real thing. And here at Shame TV 2, we are going to pick up the fight. We're going to move forward with this. You know, if you scroll down EYEbesity on Google, you'll actually see that there is a picture or some sort of images come up, and you guys let me know what you find out. So anyway, we're gonna get into the into tonight's show. This is Shame TV 2.
Shame.
And it's time for us to get in. Now.
This is Sonetta Studios, Israel Doctrine versus Michael Edwards, who is more qualified to teach the Bible. Now, whoever tuned into this, you clearly saw what happened. This is this is called when wicked niggas get what wicked niggas deserve.
Now, this video is by Judah, not Zara. That is Judah, not Zara. Now, I'm going to play the video, but I'm going to let you know that Judah, not Zara, you are a hater. How could you attack such a man in his state. That man is suffering from a new form of obesity. He is now past stage 4, people. He is now past stage 4. I'm starting to feel bad that I even forced him into, how do I put it? I'm mad that I even forced him into the shades and the hat now. You know, I shouldn't have done that. But we'll listen to the video of how other people feel about Mr. EYEbesity before we go into our new launch, our new campaign that we're about to launch, the EYECHEL Edwards EYEbesity Gofundme. It will be a real GoFundMe. I will allocate the proceeds myself. I will give Michael some help. He needs help right now, people. He can't even close his eyes. He has to wear those shades sometimes just to go to sleep.
Well, you guys all know Carl is a doctor. I was on a chat with him about a couple of weeks ago. Right? And I really don't have any issues with the guy anymore, right? So, you know, you don't hear me like talking bad about him. Michael Edwards, in the meantime, has been making videos, whatever, always messing with this dude, right? So I think you saw maybe like a couple weeks ago. I think Israel Doctrine had Michael Edwards on a show actually, which is really weird, right? Because you know, and then right after.
Before we continue, nothing, and I mean nothing, is too weird for Israel Doctrine.
That Michael Edwards goes right back to trolling, making videos, you know, just doing what he does, basically trolling Carl Israel Doctrine out, right? Now, I know that no one's going to watch this. For some reason, like, when it comes to Michael Edwards, people just can't stand the dude. Like, he like, wants to be on Sonletter's couch so bad. Like, he needs the GIMP. Like, the HOK GIMP, I guess, hasn't gotten to this nigga yet. But anyways, so I guess this debate was supposed to be Michael Edwards' big Sonletter Studios debut, right?
Now, he brings up a debut because Michael Edwards at one point wasn't too fond of Sonetta. We all know Sonetta's a hater. Don't worry, Mike. We've got your back over here at Shame TV too.
Hello, family. Shalom. Shalom. This is your brother Michael coming to you.
What up,
with
Mike?
A wonderful expose on robbery and theft in the Black so-called conscious but unconscious community.
Teach, brother.
All right. As we know, for the past few months, we've been bombing the hell out of the city.
All right. Let us know who they are.
I want to focus in tonight and want to do some numbers crunching because this is where the rubber really meets the road.
Okay.
And I told you, Frankie, that everything we do is calculated, buddy.
Oh.
Everything we do is calculated.
So Sonetta's the fraud.
I'll give you a little history back on this.
Okay.
Let's do the numbers crunching for the Kemet on Trial event.
That's a good topic.
Why am I doing that specific event numbers crunching on it? Because I am as you would call it, a founding member of the Hebrew War Machine, right?
Ooh.
No longer still associated with that.
Fancy.
But those are still my brothers in love.
Fancy.
So the Hebrew War Machine was on display at this Kemet on Trial event. But now, Frankie doesn't know that. Frankie doesn't know I was a part of this.
Oh.
And he doesn't even know that all of this money that he made, I can tell you that it's because of me. I started all of it. And he admitted it on the live stream.
Is that why you were trying to push your way in with him, Mike? That's why they're accusing you of that. Well, I think you deserve to be with Sonetta. If you founded all this and started it, I don't know what the big deal is. Again, people, I'm starting to regret that I actually banged on this guy. Look at how he goes at Sonetta, just like me.
He cut that part out. He didn't want y'all to hear that.
That's what he does, Mike.
But yeah, 2.5 years ago or so, I began beating up on Ankakek and Jonathan and the others, and this turned into...
Well, he's a junkie, so that ain't really nothing to brag about, Mike.
and a big money-making frenzy. But here we go.
Let's go.
The Kemet on Trial event included a cover charge of the people that came to the Alhambra Ballroom.
Right.
It included a live stream where people all over the world can be a part of this event.
Right.
And yes, it included a collection, a offering.
God damn.
Plus
Is he a
subsequent
church now?
CD sales or DVD sales. But now let's crunch some numbers and let's do some calculations. Let's talk about first the Alhambra Ballroom, the owners of the Alhambra Ballroom. Who owns it?
Now, before we go in, I want you guys to know that this is a Hebrew champion right here. He may be controversial, you know. He may be suffering from a new form of EYEbesity. It is now past stage 5, which we will go into, and we will have a GoFundMe. It will be a real GoFundMe. The links will be in the videos. We're going to do a video every week, one video a week, dedicated to Mr. Michael Edwards, you know what I mean, for this campaign to move forward. And, you know, I was wrong for not accepting Michael Edwards, you know. He called me the Antichrist the other day, and boom, bang, bip, I have seen the light. I am a changed man. I no longer do the things I used to do.
Gem Realty Management. JEM Realty Management. That's a group in Times Square, a management group, a realty group. This building and this business was purchased for only $21.5 million.
Okay.
They always do that to us. They buy because they know our people are desperate, and they make hand over fist.
And you know, I feel you, Mike, because our people rather just put on award shows for themselves and shit. You know what I mean? Like dumbass, whack-ass shit like that. I feel you, Mike. Continue.
With your community, the buildings.
That's crazy.
But anyway, Gem Realty purchased this building from a group that obviously owned this Alhambra Ballroom historically. Now, the Alhambra Ballroom, the Crystal Ballroom, can seat up to 400 people at its max. And plus. Now, let's do the numbers crunching for just the live stream event. Let's start there.
Get into it, Mike.
The live stream event, as you see on your screen, this is the actual screenshot from when it was, you know, going in the heat of the debate, actually, when they were pretty much in the center of the debate. And again, Frankie, everything we do is calculated, buddy. We were
calculated, Mike. I like that. Michael is
But as you see there, you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the view count down there as I'm pointing out to you. It's a little blurry on your screen there, but you can clearly see that there are spaces for 5 digits. Let me tell you what those 5 digits are. 67,690. That's the number of people that were viewing the event. Mind you, half of those people, the live stream dropped and they couldn't get it. So what did the Hebrew Israelites do? We robbed from the rich and gave to the poor.
You heard them. That's a warrior.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
That's a Hebrew warrior.
This is Sondra Studios, Israel Doctrine versus Michael Edwards, who is more qualified to teach the Bible. Now, whoever tuned into this, this is called when wicked niggas get what wicked niggas deserve. Well, you guys all know Carl Israel Doctrine. I was on a chat with him about a couple of weeks ago, right? And I don't really have any issues with the guy anymore, right? So, you know, you don't hear me like talking bad about him, whatever. Michael Edwards, in the meantime, has been making videos, whatever, always messing with this dude, right? So, I think you saw maybe like a couple weeks ago. I think Israel Doctrine had Michael Edwards on a show, actually, which is really weird, right? Because you know, and then right after that, Michael Edwards
weird and Israel Doctrine go hand in hand.
just doing what he does, basically trolling Carl Israel, Dr. Alvin, right? Now, I know that no one's going to watch this. For some reason, like, when it comes to Michael Edwards, people just can't stand the dude. Like, he like, wants to be on Sonnetter's couch so bad. Like, he needs to get, like, the intricate gimp, I guess, hasn't gotten to this nigga yet.
Haters, man.
Well, you know.
Nothing but a bunch of haters. I want you to listen to some more haters.
Be careful of them.
I can't do that.
Want to give up? You can't give up the agent. Come on, brother. This is important.
Well, you know, I know he's your man.
Oh shit!
But I
let it go.
I think
let me know, brother. Come on,
I'm looking at him sideways. I just did a piece on him today. Calling him an agent. Because you look at the definition of government informant, it says anyone who informs on you. Somebody, somebody put his information out on the internet about where he lived, put a picture of his house out there. He says it. Then in the video, he says, I called the FBI and informed them what you were doing. He says it. That makes him an agent. That makes him an agent.
Who is it, man? Who is it?
Hey.
To contact or good all concerning your danger. You're dangerous. Boy, 38 years old. Like I said, I'm a father, I'm a husband, and I would die for my the person that has my information out on video YouTube. All right? Number one, you have messed up and made the worst mistake of your life. Legally. I want to inform you that I have contacted the FBI. I have contacted IC3. You should know what that is. You should know. You're doing internet terrorism. You should know. And I have also contacted the local authorities.
Mike, you was forced to do that. You had no choice. It's the wall.
Because you've been my camp. Who would you say in my camp that I should be really looking out for and be careful of?
Sonnetta. I can't do that.
Why not? You don't want to give up. You can't give up the agent. Come on, brother. This is important.
Well, you know, I know he's your man.
Oh shit!
But I
let it go.
I think
let me know, brother. Come on.
I'm looking at him sideways. I ain't saying he is. I just did a piece on him today, calling him an agent. Because you look at the definition of government informant, it says anyone who informs on you. Somebody put his information out on the internet about where he lived, put a picture of his house out there. He says it. Then in the video, he says, I called the FBI and informed them what you were doing.
Now, stress. This is stressful to Michael Edwards. Again, this live stream is dedicated to Michael Edwards' EYEbesity Gofundme. It will be a real GoFundMe. All funds will go to EYEbesity Research. I want, for all you guys who just come in, I want you guys to actually Google EYEbesity. That is EYEbesity, EYEbesity. It is a real thing. And once you scroll down a little bit, you will see the very first image that Google presents the world. So I'm starting to feel bad here. I knew he wanted to be famous. I didn't want to make him that famous. Now I find out that his EYEbesity has took a turn for the worst. He has now moved over stage 4. which is unheard of in the medical field. So now what we're going to do is, and me and all my humility and trying to show regret, repentance, if you will, for forcing Michael Edwards to wear sunglasses after I pointed out his abnormal eye size, which had to be attached to EYEbesity. Come to find out it was. He's been wearing shades ever since. I brought the world to his forehead. We saw that forehead. You've seen the meat on that thing. If you want to see it again, it's on Derek Jones Talks Live. Very first video, last video I just did. You'll see it. It's disgusting. But nevertheless, he's been wearing Scullies and hats inside and out. It gained notice when it appeared to be warm outside, and yet he's wearing a winter hat. It's very strange, Michael. But now that I know what it is, he was hiding his EYEbesity. He's an EYEbesity victim, and we're going to go all out here, guys. We're going to throughout the coming weeks, man, we're going to do videos dedicated to Michael Edwards, just like this one.
Be a part of this event. And yes, it included a collection, a offering, plus subsequent CD sales or DVD sales. But now let's crunch some numbers and let's do some calculations. Let's talk about first the Alhambra Ballroom, the owners of the Alhambra Ballroom. Who owns it? Gem Realty Management. Live stream event, as you see on your screen. This is the actual screenshot from when it was, going in the heat of the debate, actually, when they were pretty much in the center of the debate. And again, Frankie, everything we do is calculated, buddy. We were numbers crunching while y'all was arguing. But as you see there, you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the view count down there I'm pointing out to you. It's a little blurry on your screen there, but you can clearly see that there are spaces for 5 digits. Let me tell you what those 5 digits are. 67,690. That's the number of people that were viewing the event. Mind you, half of those people, the live stream dropped and they couldn't get it. So what did the Hebrew Israelites do? We robbed from the rich and gave to the poor. We snatched the live stream and passed it out in Google Hangout to the people that couldn't get it.
EYEbesity be damned.
But again, 67,690 people viewed the live stream times $20. I think it was $20 or $25. I could be wrong on either hand, but let's just go with the minimum, $20. 67,690 times $20. Drum roll, ladies and gentlemen, give us one. Is 1,300,053. Wait, let me say it again. $1,353,800. One more time. 1,353,800. This is a round number. Of the finances generated from the live stream from Kemet on Trial. Over $1 million, ladies and gentlemen. If you think I'm lying, get your Texas Instruments calculators out. Now, let's go to the cover charge at the Alhambra Ballroom. We had people that purchased tickets, and I would imagine that they sold the tickets up to the seating capacity, which would have been about 400. Let's multiply 400 times 20. We get $8,000. $8,000, we can add that to the $1 million amount. And then let's add that to this collection, the offering that he took up that night. And let's add that to the donations of people that came in and couldn't, they didn't buy tickets, but they took donations and slipped people in so they could stand up. That was going on. And so this collection and the extra money from the, the stragglers at the door, let's give it an amount of about $2,000. Okay.
This is classic Michael
That's
Edwards.
probably a very low amount, but out of all of the numbers, we're going to go with that number to just plug into this $1 million amount and the $8,000 amount.
Right.
Now, after we do all of those numbers together, we come up with a grand total of $1,362,800. One more time, $1,362,800 plus subsequent DVD sales that many of you probably bought DVDs and didn't get. So let's talk about not having an accountant after you gather in over $1 million from one event. You don't have an accountant. You admitted that to me on the live stream. If you don't believe me, you can go on Sonetta's channel and look. It's on Sonetta Studios, and it says Hater.
Ladies and gentlemen, for all the people who never appreciated Michael Edwards, I want you to have a better appreciation for him now. Now we're going to go transition. We heard audio. Some audio you agree with, some agree with. But that's not what tonight is about. I want it to be fair. I want it to be fair and let you hear the good of Michael, the bad of Michael. But tonight's show is about the EYEbesity Gofundme. Michael Edwards, Mr. Controversial, has taken a turn for the worse. His EYEbesity has gotten far beyond doctors' reach. And we're having a GoFundMe for him tonight, people. We want you to stay strong, Mike. I'm sorry about joking your eyes.
You are the wind beneath my wings.
This is not a fight that he should have to go through alone, guys. A lot of you here like those videos. Now when you go to Google, what do you see? Michael Edwards.
I would be nothing without you. Did you ever know that you're my hero? You're everything I wish I could be.
You should know what that is. You should know. You're doing internet terrorism. You should know. Also, contacted the local authorities. And I've taken measures and steps. Also with YouTube and my lawyer and my American rights.
This is undue pressure put on this man who's going through things right now. Ladies and gentlemen, I will be having open forums for anybody who wants to come on and speak about Michael Edwards. If anybody feels that maybe you feel a little shame for, laughing at Michael Edwards' forehead. Well, not necessarily his forehead. His forehead doesn't have anything to do with this. This is strictly EYEbesity and EYEbesity alone. I really wish they would like stop.
Let me just keep talking. This, what I'm about to show you is like.
And again, this is Judah, not Zara.
Basically, what
Judah,
happened to
not
Ralph from
Zara.
GOCC. Niggas who blaspheme the Most High wind up getting embarrassed in front of everybody. Now, clearly, you see, it's like a little under 5,000 views. So this happened maybe like 3 or 4 hours ago. Very much, right? So I had some points. Basically, earlier, I had a 2 hours, 48 minutes, 54 seconds. Basically, you go back to 2 hours, 28 minutes, and you're going to see Michael Edwards try to, like, endear himself to Son Netter by saying that because Yas will delude people, he deludes them by sending, like, lying spirits on false prophets and whatnot, right? Or, you know, things like that, right? Yah does do that, right? That doesn't mean that Yah is a liar. Yah deludes false prophets. If they're doing something wrong, for him to get back at them, he'll create a situation. That's all it's saying. But so Son Netter's whole premise is, does Yahweh create evil? Yes, he does. He creates evil. If you're a wicked demon, he will like create a situation to where you get jacked up. So Son Netter's premise is, oh, well, you know, Yah hardened Pharaoh's heart. Okay, what was Pharaoh doing before that? So for Yahweh to get back at him, he hardened his heart so that he can perform his task against him. And that to this very day, we're still talking about the Exodus. So Yah is righteous in his deeds. So anyways, we're going to start this off. We're going to watch Michael Edwards with his bullshit. Watch this.
And he creates darkness. Darkness is even spiritual darkness.
Watch this.
Sin. Brother, if God created every molecule in this plane of existence, God created everything. And this is why he sent his lamb to help you. Right. Because this world is not perfect, brother. Neither is this Bible perfect.
Oh.
And neither are any of us men perfect.
Look at her.
Point of Christ.
I gotta give Mike some props for that, man. Hold on. Mike said, God is not perfect. Am I right in saying that?
Yes, the scripture says that God repented. Wow. The scripture says that God
okay, let's read that again. Watch it again.
Neither are any of us men perfect. This is the point and purpose of Christ.
I gotta give Mike some props for that, man. Hold on. Mike said, God is not perfect. Am I right in saying that?
Yes, the scripture says that God repented. Wow. The scripture says that God creates.
I never heard a Hebrew say that.
Because he's controversial, man. What's wrong with you, Son Netter?
God is not perfect. And the Bible is not perfect.
Now that's actually kind of true, Mike. This is our tribute to you. It kind of makes sense because, you know, you have to trust the people who translated it. That's pretty insightful. But the problem that most people have with you is, how do you go to hanging with, you know,
Hello, family, shalom. This is your brother Michael coming to you with a wonderful expose on.
You know who. You started out like this. And Son Netter has not changed one bit. So how did you, you know, go from talking and exposing him?
Live stream dropped and they couldn't get it. So what did the Hebrew Israelite?
Hold on. I want to finish this point. To be his friend.
We robbed from the rich and gave to the poor. We snatched the live stream and passed it out in Google Hangout to the people that couldn't get it, as many as we could. But again, 67,690 people viewed the live stream times $20. I think it was $20 or $25. I could be wrong on either hand, but let's just go with the minimum, $20. $67,690 times $20. Drum roll, ladies and gentlemen, give us one. Is 1,300,053. Wait, I'm saying, let me.
You're right. There you go.
It again, $1,353,800. One more time, $1,353,800. This is a round number. Of the finances generated from the live stream from Kemet on Trial. Over $1 million, ladies and gentlemen. If you think of get your Texas Instruments calculators out. Now, let's go to the cover charge at the Alhambra Ballroom. We had people that purchased tickets, and I would imagine that they sold the tickets up to the seating capacity, which would have been about 400. Let's multiply 400 times 20. We get $8,000. $8,000. We can add that to the $1 million amount, and then let's add that to this collection, the offering that he took up that night, and let's add that to the donations of people that came in and couldn't, they didn't buy tickets, but they took donations and slipped people in so they could stand up. That was going on. And so this collection and the extra money from the stragglers at the door,
this is
let's give it
Michael
an amount
Edwards.
of about $2,000. Okay? That's probably a very low amount, but out of all of the numbers, we're going to go with that number to just plug into this $1 million amount and the $8,000 amount. Now, after we do all of those numbers together, we come up with a grand total of $1,362,800. One more time, $1,362,800 plus subsequent DVD sales that many of you probably bought DVDs and didn't get. So let's talk about not having an accountant after you gather in over $1 million.
This is where it gets interesting, people.
You don't have an accountant. You admitted that to me on the live stream. If you don't believe me, you can go on Sonetta's channel and look us on Sonetta Studios, and it says hater exposes himself.
So he was calling you a hater? The nerve of Sonetta.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the first of many. Michael Edwards Gofundme live streams. Campaign. It will begin this weekend. Everything will be different. We're going to have videos posted of the different levels of EYEbesity that the stages that he came through, that we witnessed. And the GoFundMe will be up. It will be real. On our way out of here, one last shame. For the shame that we brought on ourselves for talking about a man who is suffering from such a heinous, grotesque disease. People he could hardly go to sleep at. We really know better than that. But now that we do know better, we will take the time and make sure that we dedicate ourselves. Mike, we're launching a GoFundMe for you, G, to make sure that you're okay in your time of need. This has been Shame TV 2. This was dedicated to Mr. EYEbesity, Michael Edwards. All funds will go to EYEbesity Research and some funds to Michael. We got your back, Mike.
with my way.
American rights. I want to let you know something. Anybody else that has this thought in your mind, you should know. And I have also contacted the local authorities. And I've taken measures and steps. All inform you that I have contacted the FBI. I have contacted IC3. You should know what that is. You should know. You're doing internet terrorism. You should know. And I have also contacted the local authorities.